Hi, welcome again to the IWISH Fast 5. This one, we're going to talk a little bit about 3 easy squeezy meals that you can fix ahead of time. They go easily in the freezer. You can make them for one person. You can make them for 15 people and divide them into portions and put them away. That's what I do. I find that I don't often have a lot of time to fix an individual meal every day. And we all work long hours, long days. And by the time you get home at the end of the day, the last thing you want to think about is thawing out the chicken and getting the stuff out of the fridge. And what do I feel like eating tonight? What is my husband like? What are the kids going to eat? So I like to have things done up ahead of time. So we're going to talk about a good breakfast meal and then 2 dinner meals that are easy squeezy to fix ahead of time. You can grab them out, freeze them up, whatever you need to do. The first one is an egg muffin. We talked about this in one of the earlier videos, but I didn't show you how to make it. This is what the finished product looks like. And in order to make these, I like brown eggs, so I have brown eggs in my box. You can use whatever kind of egg you want, chicken eggs, duck eggs, goose eggs, doesn't matter. To fix 6 of these, you will need 3 eggs. I tend to only use 1 whole egg and 2 egg whites. I freeze the other egg yolks for noodles later in the year when it comes noodle making time or whatever else I might want to use with them. So you're going to start with 3 eggs in the bowl. I like a little bit of garlic pepper seasoning. This has a little bit of sodium in it, so if you tend to use this recipe, please clarify with your provider that this is okay with this amount of sodium in what you're going to be eating, especially if you have high blood pressure or some other diseases that you got to watch your salt intake. But I use about 1/4 teaspoon of this for flavor. I also use a little bit of shredded cheese. I use Mexican cheese this time. I really like mozzarella. It's a little less fatty, gives it a little more full flavor. So I tend to use that a lot. Then I also like turkey. My favorite is the pepper turkey from the deli. I tend to use it directly from the deli again because there's a little less sodium in it. It's a little more healthy than those that are processed and in the packaged area. So what you're going to do, put your eggs in the bowl, put your seasoning in the bowl, put your cheese in the bowl, shred ever how much turkey you'd like in it. The other thing you can also add to this if you want, and what I make for my husband, is he likes diced red and green peppers. He likes a little bit of diced onion in it. You could use that. You could put some celery in it. You can actually flavor these to your taste. Won't change how you cook it, won't change how you do anything, works beautifully. What you do is mix it up, take your muffin tin. I use this for my cooking almost all the time. I'm not a big fan of using any sort of oil. It's just healthier to use the spray. I use olive oil sometimes as well, but you're just going to spray your muffin tin, put the eggs into each little hole of the muffin tin. You're going to bake it at 350 for 10 minutes. 3 eggs comes out with 6 muffins. That's 3 breakfast servings. If you want to make more, you can make more. If you want to make less, you can make less. These are easy, nice. They warm up nicely in the microwave. My husband just takes them and eats them cold. I'm not a fan of cold eggs in any way, shape, or form, so I tend to microwave mine. But that's an easy breakfast meal that you can do in no time, make several ahead of time. These freeze very well. I usually package 2 at a time. That's considered a serving. And you can grab them out and go. You can use them for lunch, breakfast, snacks, whatever works for you. The next thing I'd like to demonstrate is a 1 skillet meal that takes about 15 minutes to prepare. Again, you can prepare a lot ahead of time. Divide it into portions in a sandwich bag, plastic container. Freeze it, get it out, spice it up when you are ready to use it. I fix this a lot. It's easy, it's fast, 1 skillet, 1 thing, all done. For this, you're going to again use something in the skillet to coat the skillet. So you're going to spray it with Pam. I use chicken tenderloins just because of the size. They just tend to work out easier for our family. So I've already cut these up in an effort to save time. And you're just going to take the cut up tenderloins, put them in the sprayed pan. Sprinkle those around a little bit. I add 1 package of broccoli, and 1 package of cauliflower. Now, we talked earlier about a serving. This package is actually 4 servings. So we're going to make 4 separate servings of this. So think about that when you're thinking about your vegetable size. Again, ask your provider because it does have a little bit of sodium in it. Not a lot, but there may be enough that you need to kind of watch it. If so, just use a garlic or a pepper mix. Those are both fine to use. Add this to taste. Put the lid on. We're going to set this on the stove top and let it cook. It takes about 15 minutes to cook on medium heat. Stir it infrequently. You're done. I like to serve it over brown rice. Gives you a little bit of a carb, it adds a little spice to the meal, a little fuller feeling. Side it with a small side salad. There's my dinner meal, done. One skillet, one meal, finished. The next dinner that I want to share with you is a salmon meal. My husband and I are big fans of fish. Tilapia, salmon, grouper, mahi-mahi. All those are very healthy fishes and very healthy meals. We're going to talk a little bit about portions with this meal as well. I went ahead and put the salmon in the foil earlier. I just used regular aluminum foil. Again, spray the foil so the salmon doesn't stick. And then I'm going to take asparagus, and I use frozen, but with this lovely season, you could absolutely get fresh asparagus and use in this. And all I do is cover the salmon with the asparagus. I also like to use for this sometimes about a tablespoon of horseradish, a little dollop just over the top. I'm going to fold this, shut it back up nice and tight. In the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes. Your meal is done. One pan, one prep, done.